Hello everyone, I am Gefepido, and I would like you to meet Tatu's Advanced Squad. They're, a cyborg squad themed after Vec from the Advanced Edition update, etc. They do generally what you'd expect, broadly speaking. So yeah, gastropod, pretty fun. Plasmodia shoots these guys. Shame the spores don't have a movement upgrade, but what can you do? And then lastly, we got the Techno Starfish, which, has a two-click interface for picking and choosing exactly which corner tiles you want to hit. It's a pretty elegant design, and I quite like it. Now, as for how this will work out in practice, I haven't played these guys in a while. Tatu describes them as challenging but winnable, so let's see. Vertex, not too bad. Well, I mean, moths suck, but whatever. At least none of my guys are, adjacent melee, so the stink bug should maybe be survivable. Firefly leader, well, depends on the map, really. We got Destoroyah over here. Otherwise, not too bad, but I probably want more damage before I fight the big man. Meridia, obviously very doable. Fucking fusers, but aside from that, nothing terrible. Farline could be worse, but I don't really want to tangle with the Rogue just yet until I have a bit more damage going. I'm leaning towards doing Vertex first, simply because I do Meridia first so often. And at least if I start with, the Moth one, I won't look like a total coward. Right? Right. Oh, huh. Does this one lead to this? God, I wish I could tell, where what connected to what. Though I guess the power thing isn't the end of the world. Why are these crystals blue? Does that mean they're different, or is it just a graphics thing? Really curious now. I guess there's no core thing over here, so I could do this one. Starfish would be good at dealing with the crystals. Or just Plasmodia, I suppose, since pushing one into the other would work. Alright, let's... First... Oh, Frost Halcite, so they're different. Huh, that's actually a problem for the two... Oh well, I'll figure it out. Or I won't, and I'll fail and look like an idiot. That's okay, right, guys? I'm sure no one will lose respect for me very much. Oh wait, this is tricky, actually. I don't want to get blocked in. Shit, where do I put the Plasmodia? Here, maybe? I'm probably better off being able to... This is... I guess both the Vec are melee, so I could just go over here and plan to go where the hell ever. Normally I'd try to go in lanes that don't have, buildings in them, but like I said, the Vec are melee. Okay, so my first thought is perhaps I should consider so I could have the Plasmodia pop a shot here and shove this guy back, so he'd take 1 damage from that, bump into the Halcite, and then end up spawn blocking. I could also just grab the Scion now, although then the Scion would be dead from the bump. Kinda thinking I'll hit this guy like this, 'cause fuck that guy. Although... Trying to think if there's what I can do that's useful with the gastropod. The position isn't ideal now that I think it. I was also thinking about just having the Plasmodia smack the shoot one halcite into the other, though freezing a halcite would be problematic, I suppose. Hang on, if I pulled the Scion here and then blasted this guy into the Scion, it'd be 1 plus bump, and then he'd end up rolling back onto the spawn, wouldn't he? I suppose that'd be an acceptable combo. Not that I care too much about killing the Scion, but... And I probably want to be out here instead of over here, because I don't want to get blocked in if there's an issue. Anyway, you see how this works. You can self-target to only hit the first one you pointed at. That'll have to do for now. Whether it was the best choice, I don't know, but... Oh, stink bugs all the time, I suppose. Wow, okay. Let's see, I could just have the gastropod pull this guy onto the spawn, and then the starfish kill this one, and the Plasmodia blast a halcite into a halcite. I guess it would freeze the other halcite, but I can work with that, probably. Heck, I could even block over here, although Starfish only has 2 HP, so maybe not the coolest move. Yeah, I'll figure. I'll probably manage unless I don't. But it's not like I had a better... Hey. Since they were adjacent and I don't have... Well, maybe I should have pushed one over to the side, but... I could also have the gastropod pull the halcite crystal onto... Oh, wait, except then it would explode. Well, no, because this turn it would just be... No, because I'd be unfreezing it when I pull it. That's no good. I need a different plan. Yeah, ultimately it wasn't the best call. Oh well. This guy doesn't matter. This guy matters a lot. Right. Okay, how do I do this? The moth is the one actual threat, but I don't want all these spawns popping out, so... Let's see, if I have the gastropod pull this guy here... If I push the moth here, it'd be okay. Or I could get the starfish out of the way and pull the moth onto here. No, it'd be hitting this. That's no good. I could pull them onto here and then he wouldn't hit shit. Plus, I'd be blocking a lot of stuff. Oh, I could hit both these dudes with the starfish right now. And then all's well. Well, kind of well. And yeah, just pull the starfish and use the Plasmodia to do a thing. Unfortunately, I don't think the spores are flying, so I can't shoot from here to pull it onto there. Hang on, where can I go with the Plasmodia right now? I guess I could just go here and shoot this thing over here, and then get it on the last turn if possible. Oh well. Messy situation, but as long as I survive, it doesn't matter, right? No, wait, shit. That was a complete fuck-up. Hopefully I can actually get this on the last turn and they don't all force me to do things. Oh, wait, the crystals don't fly? They sure look like they're floating. Well, all the better for me here, but that was a surprise, and I wish I'd realized it sooner. Delightful, delightful. Hopefully I can survive this last turn with 4 Vec. Maybe I'm not as smart as my parents always told me I was. Lying bastards. 2 problems. Okay, I can work with that probably. Okay, so this guy I can just kill if I can get over there. This guy I could just push over here. This guy, hang on, is there an elegant way to do this? Starfish can't reach the stink bug, more's the pity. I could just have the starfish go kill this guy, though. And then... Hang on, what's the attack order? Because if I pulled this guy here, he'd take bump damage from the bouncer, in addition to whatever else he takes. And then the Plasmodia could smack one into the other. I think this works. Yeah, because one does this and they both die, and that's XP all round. Good, good. Gotta get the Plasmodia XP somehow. Okay, this lady might be a little crazier than I thought. Anyway, right, time pod, what do I want? Yeah, great. Good to see, okay. Alright, controlled pull would actually be really useful, I think. But move upgrades would also be really useful. I'm torn. I'm leaning towards grabbing controlled pull just because it would give me a lot more flexibility in... Obviously, right? That's how it works. Hang on, let me just make sure I know how this works, sorry. Oh, okay, so it's just... single click, point to exactly where I want them. Okay. Now, let's see. This one might be hard because of killing a lot of enemies. Possibly doable, possibly not. I might be better off with the airship one. At least then I know it goes through here. Hopefully this is doable, but... one step at a time. Alright, how are we gonna play it? Let's see. Maybe I can get something over here. Alright. Come on, you farting pieces of crap. Show me the damage. Wait, really? Really? I mean, I'm not complaining, but... So I could just put the starfish here and kill them both right now. Or I could... kill this one and... or rather, kill this one while spawn blocking and push the other onto a spawn. Do I really want to kill them both this turn, though? Also, wait. Maybe I should check if the spore will actually stick around if I don't use it, because I don't know that for certain. Either way, I'm reluctant to spawn block with the starfish because it only has 2 health, but the opportunity's too perfect. So, yeah, I'm gonna toss a spore here, see if it works. Or would here... I don't know. This lane seems good. Because odds are good Vec will come at the guy that area. Is this thing time barred? We'll see. No, wait. Of course spores don't die at the end of the turn. If you have the HP upgrade, they get 2 shots. Well, presuming nothing damages them, but, you know. Wow, what an asshole. Okay, sadly, I can't put him over here, because, well, the range is kind of awkward, but I can get my starfish here to damage him and fuck this other dude up. Now then, that's a lot of Vec. I should probably just kill the Scion on general principle here. Hopefully I can survive fighting 4 Vec, but... Alright, what do we got, losers? Okay, that's not a problem. Thank you, shields. That's now a problem. Okay, so this guy has effectively gotten in the way, but... Now, let's see. Alright, so this moth is at... Really, I'm okay because I just need to push this guy away, and the Plasmodia could just push this guy either direction. Real question is how much XP I can get out of this. I suppose if I do this, then the starfish could pick off... Hang on, what's the attack order? Okay, yeah, I probably want this guy dead just to make so this is less of a mess. No reason not to do this now. Okay, so I could just do... I don't need to do this, but might as well. And I can pull this guy down. And be glad for the shields, I suppose. Okay, I don't like the mites thing, but I do like rep. And, well, what can you do? See if I can actually manage to get the mites off my Plasmodia. I suppose with moths running around, it might be practical. All these guys do, what, 1 damage anyway? Yeah. Alright. Perhaps this time I should actually get Mr. Plasmodia into the thick of things more. I don't know, I don't like being down here because then it's... No, wait, this is the worst place for the starfish. What the hell am I thinking? Maybe I should just put him here. I don't like it, but I don't like anything. Alright, so... Too bad the reactor goes first. I could just do this and have the starfish get the reactor. And then maybe... Gastropod damage this guy and Plasmodia... Plasmodia's not... Well, shit, the Plasmodia's not in a good spot to affect this. I guess Plasmodia could go here, toss a spore here and push him up. Would have preferred pushing him the other way, but one does what one must. And since the reactor's being unhelpful... I guess I could also have a spore push this guy back into the reactor blast, but I'm planning... I'd like to kill the reactor this turn just so I don't have to think about it. Because if you let it get out of hand, it will get out of fucking hand. Let's see, if I do this... I suppose I could actually have the... Can I do something useful with the Plasmodia while getting it hit by this guy? Because that would be cool. Probably not. The positioning's off. Though, I guess I could have the Starfish go here and hit both these guys and then pick the other two off. But, gotta do the actual mission, right? Actually, yeah, I could just pull this guy... Hang on. I could pull this guy here, which would effectively cancel his attack, and then move the Plasmodia here and shoot so this guy ends up going down. It's weird, but I really do want the Plasmodia to lose the mites. And, you know, it's just awkward. One problem, two problem, three problem, four problem. Odds of me being boned? Actually, maybe not as high as I thought because bouncers push. So if this bouncer got pushed over here, then he'd push this bouncer up, yes? I believe that is how bouncers function in this world. Unfortunately, I'm not sure I have a non-Plasmodia option for dealing with this one. And this guy's got to go as well. Okay, so, no wait, I could have the gastropod get 1 to attack 3. I'm an idiot. Why was I even worried? And then, oh shit. Problem is the Starfish can't push this guy, and I need the Plasmodia to push this guy. That one might be a lost cause. Alright, that's annoying as hell. But that's probably my fuck up. Well, no, it definitely is. Let me just think here. Yeah, the Starfish can't really solve anything but that one. That's the problem with Starfish. And of course, the one that needs mites off the most is the... Yeah. At least the Moth is gonna take care of itself, but I don't think I can solve everything. That's what I get, suppose. For the sin of being bad at video games. At least I could put the Starfish up here so that guy dies. Oh, and hit both these guys, because why not, right? Might as well get some progress going. Too bad I can't put a shot up here to shoot down, but... Come on, grid defense, show me something good. This is still way too many Vec. What part of grid defense did you not understand, green piece of shit? Okay, so the moth wants a piece of the starfish, that's fine. So starfish can kill this. Plasmodia can, Plasmodia can push this guy down. And then the gastropod can repair something, I guess. This is still a really shit situation, but... Ooh, nice. Leaning towards skilled on this one. Supporter would have been nice, but skilled is more all-around useful. I like reactor, but... Supporter would have saved my ass earlier, I guess, but... Hard to go wrong with skilled. Oh, I could put the gastropod on the spawn, even. So that's at least something. Too bad these guys won't bump each other. Oh well. At least I'll get my mission objective. And isn't that more important than, you know, the survival of the grid that Vertex people literally worship? It clearly is. Wow, okay. These guys really have a problem with someone. If only the starfish could pivot and hit, like, what's the word, orthogonal spaces? Anyway, I guess I could have starfish kill this guy, or this... Oh, starfish could kill both these two, I guess. If that's how we want to do it. Because, you know, starfish totally needs more XP, right? Still. Which one do I want to kill? They're both about the same. Good enough. Nothing to see over here. Yeah, the grid definitely endures. The grid endures perfectly. There are no problems whatsoever. Ooh, beam tank. Nice. This one looks fun, but, yeah. Spreading crystals actually would probably make the kill mission doable, but, you know, beam tank. Also 2 rep, which is the real important thing, but, you know. Do I want to just put the Plasmodia way back here so he can just launch shots wherever? I don't know. It might be worth it to have the Plasmodia closer to the thick of things, so to draw more fire from enemies. That'll probably turn out to be a mistake, but we'll see what happens. You can all laugh at me later. You know, assuming you weren't laughing at me already. Oh my. So let's see, I could just, if I get the starfish out of the way and have the beam tank do this, well, it kills the scion, Does some damage to the bouncer over there. Is pretty funny. Could also have the starfish get here and kill the stink bug on general principle. Although, yeah, that's probably for the best. And then, yeah. There we go. I probably shouldn't have blocked that spawn. It simply was not necessary. But now I can tag this guy for 2 and then pull him onto the spawn. As one does. And I might as well take out this mountain because I was not going to get much use of it anyhow. Now, where do I want my spore? Okay, a lot of these Vec aren't going to be able to reach... Well... I'm going to guess up here might be good. There's a good chance something will try to get here if they have higher movement. I do wish spores could move, though. It'd be cool. Oh, right, I forgot moths could fly. That's an issue. Alright, so if I clear out, that spore can indeed shoot down and get this guy. Actually, I just realized I could have the starfish hit both these dudes and beam tank finish them off. Could even do it from here if I don't mind getting in the spore's way. Or just do this. And then, I could just block here, or go here. Or, it doesn't matter, really. Or just attack this guy here and then get him shot in a moment. Why not? That was fun. Wow, really? What did the beam tank ever do to these people? Not that it matters. Just curious. Oh, I should have hit this guy first and then had the... Well, whatever. Doesn't matter, nothing matters. I dislike feeding the starfish all the XP, but you know. Ooh, nice. Okay, alert. Actually acceptable. Alert would be fine. Skilled, though, is probably better. Not the most interesting, but you can't go wrong with skilled. Alert is a bit niche, though it is very nice to have. Especially, I know there was a floater boss elsewhere, but skilled will be useful more often. So, yeah. What are we calibrating? I mean, everything just kind of exploded. Now let's see if I can get skilled on the Plasmodia as well. Okay, this is going to be tricky. How do I... How do I bait the Firefly leader? Wow, that's a lot of XP. I don't like it. I mean, if I go, like, here and here, is it likely to try shooting in this lane so I could push it over here? I don't know. I don't feel good about any of it. At least the buildings are positioned well... Oh, that worked. At least the buildings are positioned such that I can reasonably... Wow, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, this guy doesn't fuck around. At least the buildings, like I was trying to say, are positioned such that I could reasonably, you know, avoid having him hit things in most spots he'd go. Okay, so let's see. If I had Gastropod pull the Moth here, and then Plasmodia shoot the Firefly leader here, then the Moth would die. And I could have the Starfish tag both these losers for good damage, and the boss would still be alive. I think, okay, that is convenient, and I'm glad I have... So let's get here. I don't love the Plasmodia being there, but the spawns are over here, so it's probably going to be fine. Yeah, that's some fucking damage. If I'm real lucky, next turn I could kill the boss. Let us assume I'm not that lucky. Douchebag. Annoying, but... Alright, so I could just drag the boss... I might want to just shoot the boss into the corner. Oh, wow, I really could kill the boss this turn. Just have Starfish poke him and Plasmodia land the kill shot. And then the Gastropod could go here and attack the... I wish I had pontoons on this guy or something. Oh, I could actually have the Gastropod pull the stink bug into the Moth attack, and who cares if he takes 1 damage now, right? It annoys me that I'm probably going to buy a lot of move upgrades after this. Because move upgrades aren't as interesting as some of the other stuff, but in this context, they're... The Plasmodia would be so nice with 3 instead of 2 move, you know? Now that Moth is going to cause problems in a minute here. I can feel it. Or maybe he'll just be an idiot. He can do that too. So... I was thinking I'd pull the stink bug into the Moth's attack. I could also, let's see, pull the bouncer here and then have the... No, the Plasmodia can't get one up here, that's the problem. But... How's this go? I suppose if the Gastropod pulled the bouncer here, then the Starfish could tag them both. Much as I don't really want to give the Starfish all the XP again. But hang on, if I put the bouncer... Oh, I could go here, pull the bouncer to this tile because I have the controlled thing, and then shoot the bouncer to be here. And then what result? Okay, so if I did that, the Moth would just kill the bouncer, and the stink bug would achieve nothing. I suppose that's fine? Now let's see, I could just have the Starfish block and Gastropod finish off the bouncer. And then have the Plasmodia shoot the stink bug into the Moth, which works. I probably do want to block next turn just to make sure things go clean. Don't need more problems. And then next turn, 2 Vec. Alright. It would be nice if I could get that next point of damage on the starfish, though, since so many Vec have 3 HP. Now... Okay, so if I shoot the moth over here, it'd just kill the bouncer. That's kind of tempting. I don't think I can finish off the moth this turn unless I put everyone on it, which seems... Though I guess if I have the... Yeah, I could just... Nah, shit. Because if I put... The gastropod can't attack it first unless I could have... Because if I want the Plasmodia to get any XP, it has to land the last shot, but the Plasmodia can't put one here. So the gastropod would only be getting it from this angle. And then, yeah, that doesn't work. So I'm better off just putting him over here. Let Mr. Moth have the glory. Well, and I can just remind him who's in charge here. Or I could just, you know, feed the Moth XP to the gastropod right now. But I do kind of want to keep getting XP on the Plasmodia, since XP always is in good supply. The hard part is giving it to the minion spawner, who never gets full XP from anything. Yeah. Here's me rambling about the dumbest minutiae again. Alright, so what do we got? Oh, this guy is pretty alright, I guess. Or I could... I mean, the grid power isn't the worst choice, considering. Oh, right, I forgot I don't use pilots, so maybe I should take the grid power. Because I will usually avoid the lightning things, and... let's face it, I'm gonna need grid sooner or later. Oh, I should have taken the dude so I could buy this right now. Fuck. I mean, it's not crucial, but it would be nice. Oh well. I'll just... It's not worth giving up an early core. I really do need the cores. What am I... Probably. What am I buying? I suppose if I have to pick, I'm leaning towards a move on Plasmodia and +1 damage here. Maybe. Ugh. Damn, usually I'm jonesing for the passives, but... that 3 damage attack on the starfish will help a lot. Anyway, thank you for watching, and join me next time for part 2.